Good morning, pilgrims. It's day 19, I believe, and I am leaving Noreña. It's about 6. Oh, it's about 6:45 actually. I left my hotel gas station around 6, a little after 6, and I had to walk probably about a mile or two to find the Camino again. But I'm back in action. And it looks like it's gonna rain. So it's, 8 days of rain? It's getting to be like a biblical event here. It is, you know?
Did somebody say Santiago?
Now the shell is pointing this way. Virgin up ahead. It's an interesting title. Sorry folks, I had to cut out a little early before. There was one pilgrim that was hot on my heels. Like I had to race him out of town that morning. It's always awkward when you're like neck and neck with somebody hiking at a similar speed.
Buen Camino.
I don't care what flies.
But eventually he fell back. Okay, more of this to come, it looks like. But today is Oviedo, and I was spending a rest day there as well, so super looking forward to that. I really need a rest day before I begin that huge climb on the Primitivo. And I can look for some stuff at the pharmacy to spray my bag with too, just to ensure that bed bugs are no longer an issue. I don't think they are, but you never know. It only takes one, right? Hidden somewhere in your bag. And it could be anywhere. It could be in my hat, if in fact I have them on me at all. So just want to make sure the next 2 weeks go off with a, well, I can always discover more bed bugs along the way, but for now, I want to make sure that I'm not the vector. Okay, folks. Up in Oviedo. Let's check it out before I stop filming. Look how well marked it is. I cannot believe how well marked this trail is. Hola. Hello. I never know what to say to them. Virgin of the head. Virgen de la cabeza. Virgenita de la cabeza. Another arrow. But there's the other rail. Wow. Oh, but the horse is here. Crowned with 2 little birds on the top of it. Okay, folks, back in my pocket. And I couldn't stop this yet. I guess it's an old Roman bridge. I think it's Roman. It might not be, but it's definitely medieval. Oh, and I'm not going over that. See? Good thing these arrows are here. Very. Well, folks, I'm entering Real. Keep it real. Yeah, the arrows are really great. Typically I'd be filming and I would have kept going over that bridge. I am one stage ahead of most pilgrims today, or I was anyways last night. So I think I'm gonna get to Oviedo pretty early, really 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, which is fine. Check-in isn't until whatever it is, but again, I got things to do. I want to go to Decathlon as well and find my favorite tips for the walking sticks and see what else they have. Like when it comes to protein bars and whatnot, a box or 2 of those protein bars that they sell there can last me roughly 4 days, 4 or 5 days. Maybe I push myself to a week if I only had just one a day, but they're nice to have in a pinch. And you often find yourself in a pinch on the Norte in the Primitivo. Granted, I could have stopped at a couple places this morning for breakfast. It looked like there were a few places open, which is great. 6:30 in the morning, or 6 in the morning, that's rare. However, you don't want to slow down when you're starting off, right? At least I don't. It's like, unless I'm with a bunch of people, I want to just get the hell out of Dodge and I'll figure it out along the way. Plus, I've gotten so used to not eating until like noon, like officially eating. So, yeah, just feel energetic and strong. So it'll be a short day today and a rest day tomorrow, ensuring that I am stronger or in a good place at least to start the Primitivo. And I'd like to do some, check out some of the museums and the ruins around Oviedo. Okay, that's my pocket. I'm glad I went further yesterday. I actually think I could have gone to Oviedo, I think, yesterday. I think I had it in me. Had it been a nicer day, I definitely would have done that. But right when I made the call, it started to rain. And then I walked up enough. I walked through a car wash and It's Raining Men was playing. Did you catch that? I did. It played a couple times actually at that at that truck stop, which again, very odd. Something about like car washes and disco. Once more, it's difficult to tell what year it is here. Give me an arrow, guys. Oh, there we go. Palacio. Yep, there's an arrow there. I even see an arrow across the street. There's an arrow on the stop sign. It's an arrow painted on a cow. I love it when they have them on the side of like garbage pails. It's like, are they even wheeling out the arrows every day? Something tells me these garbage pails just stay there though. They're like mini dumpsters. We got 3 arrows here. Oh no, we got 4. There's probably one on the inside of that. Oh. Hey guys. Hola. Look at you. Like the earrings. Nice touch. You can accessorize. Yes, you can. Okay, so we started the day with one pilgrim. Still no sign of him behind me anymore. None up ahead that I can see or have seen. But you know how it is. when I sit down for that final cup of coffee. Hopefully it'll be in Oviedo, but if not, if it is beforehand, that's when they'll all catch up to me. Or that's when I'll catch up to them. It was funny, I bumped into, I can't remember if I told you this story yet, I bumped into this woman, Siska, in the laundromat the other day. Last time, she was surprised to see me as well, because the last time I saw her was like, I don't know, let's see, week 1 for like maybe 15 minutes. We were sitting outside a pastry shop, both eating breakfast in the rain, trying to stay warm and just like, you know, chit chat. And then we were both on our way. Actually, we were gonna like walk in the same direction, but I can't remember what I did. Oh, I realized that there was a restaurant open too, so I stopped and said, hey, I gotta eat something substantial. You go on. And I never saw her again. Until I was at the laundromat the other day. It's always funny how like that actually, it's the second time where you see each other, you're like, okay, clearly a friendship has been established. Especially if you remember each other's names. But it's just funny, you just need to see someone to have something to talk about. I think it's also an appreciation, like when you're both in the same place, like, okay, you made it this far too. Oh, it sucks, I couldn't remember her name, she remembered mine. And you know, I had it for like a week, I remembered it because I was, you know, singing that Cisco Kid song in my head. But, and I was changing obviously the lyric to Siska, but I forgot that in the moment. So much for memory and mnemonic devices. What is that? Is that an arrow? I guess. Okay. I will say so far that's the first odd man out arrow I've seen on the Primitivo. They've all been pretty standardized. And epic. Prolific even. Okay folks, I'm gonna double stick it. That means I gotta put you away. Just wanna pick up the pace a little here. Try to get some space between me and those rain clouds that are right above my head. I think this is an old Coca-Cola factory. That definitely once said Coca-Cola. It kind of looks like a can. I would have painted it to look like a can. You know, when I lived in Central America, it's funny, directions there or your address, your home address was always like, it wasn't like the number of your house. It was like, you know, it was pretty much directions how to get to your house. Take a right at the dead dog, go forward, you know, 27 paces, take a left at Coca-Cola, and then take a right. And at Coca-Cola, that reference meant where the Coca-Cola, you know, factory was 50 years before, but stands no more. You have to be aware of like the local history to know where people live in certain parts of Central America. At least that's how it was when I was there. And so it's fun to see an old Coke plant. Yeah, it's Coca-Cola. That is funny. I wonder what happened here. Hola, hola, Coca-Cola. Anyways, folks, thank you for attending my TED Talk. Okay, here we come to another medieval bridge. Look at this. And this one we're crossing. It's amazing, these are all still standing across Spain. And beautiful bike trail. The things that this bridge has seen or lived through. And of course, it's a Harley Davidson at the end of it. Like the treasure at the end of a rainbow. Maybe that's the ticket right there, folks. Easy riding all the way to Santiago. Huh? What do you think? Do I have what it takes? I mean, I got a beard. So I'm like halfway there. Just need a beer gut, beer belly. No offense to any bikers. That's my caricature of one in my mind, mostly based on what I've seen in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, where I learned many valuable lessons that stick with me even throughout my adult life. Give me some arrows, people. I'm gonna guess they're trying to keep me off that main road. Yeah, there we go. Up ahead, I see some. Wow, these are interestingly shaped lights. Look at that. And they have a texture to them as well. You know, and I'm sure there's stuff like this in the United States all over the place as well. Or when you're like when you're so intimately involved with these things on a daily basis, they really pop out at you. And you have a new appreciation. Okay, there's a bar right there. I think I'm gonna grab some weed. I hope it's open. Fingers crossed, people. Fingers crossed. As predicted, I stopped for an apple juice, and the Pilgrim passes me. There was no sign of him anywhere. But, yeah, there he is. Now I have to, like, try and pass him again. I don't have to try. I will. But look at all these arrows. Ideally, I'd just like to sit down and have something to eat at this point, but let him get further so I don't even have to worry about it. Maybe there's a place open over there. No. Okay, well, we'll wait. What'll happen is he'll stop at a restaurant and then I'll pass him. It was funny though when this guy did pass me eventually. I was in a little bakery and I bought a juice, you know, and I was thinking I'll just hit the road with it. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to carry this trash on me, so I'll just pound it here. And while I was pounding it, I'm looking out the window and he passes and we lock eyes. It was something out of like Curb Your Enthusiasm. I was like, and I actually said out loud, this guy. I know, it's sad, folks. This is just where I'm at right now. I swear I'm not a competitive person. I just, I like to own my space when I'm on the, either with, you know, I like to be hiking with a group of friends, or I like to be alone where I can, you know, be left to my own devices. Yeah. It was just funny. Deus. 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 That was a weird apple juice though. On the apple juice it said sin gas. So that means it wasn't carbonated. I guess it's typically carbonated. Or not typically, but I guess that's an option when it comes to apple juice in this region. Because I mean, this is the cider region. I'm passing like so many posters and placards of what I could imagine bartenders or cider roasters or whatever the hell they're called. Pouring cider from over their shoulder into glasses. Yeah, I will learn how to do that. You wait before this is over. There he is, up ahead, walking still.
This guy.
Mocking me. He kind of walks like this girl I know from my first Camino. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this out there because I'll probably be meeting this guy. I bet he's Dutch. Just gonna say that if body language is a thing, or if we can tell. Oh wow, this is from 1832. No way. So these were once gas. Oh wait, what's this? Does it say 1988? Okay, so maybe no, I don't know. I'll check out the next one, see what that says, but I don't know why there's two dates on those things. Oh, shite. I was supposed to cross the street. So 1832, but then you have oh, what do you think that says? 1998? Or 1888? 1832? What the hell's going on around here? Anyways, folks, I gotta cross the street. Although, do I? This narrow right here. That guy's way up there now. That's good. I told myself I was going to have an easy day. I don't want to be a speed racer. Speed demon. And I thought I surely had lost him. I thought he was way behind me, but no, he was probably just like, I'd have to say 2 blocks behind me around a corner, you know? That's the funny thing about the Camino. Whenever you think you're alone, it's like, you're not necessarily really alone. Like if you were to trip and fall, you'd probably be on your own dealing with that for about 5 minutes. Especially when you have to go to the bathroom. You're like looking at every tree and every crevice and you're like, I could easily fit in there. There's no poison ivy in Spain. Things you're willing to do. It's like, and there's no one around, but as soon as you pop in there, like all these people start passing through. Like, oh, hey. It's a spicy McCrispy. Is that even a thing? I haven't had McDonald's since probably the 80s. That's not flex. It's just true. So I don't know what they have on offer in the United States versus what they have here. Okay, it looks like I'm veering to the right. I have to bleed these arrows, and I do. Primitivo's very, very, very good with direction. You do not, I can safely say you don't need an app at first. Well, at least getting to Oviedo. We'll find out once I start in Oviedo, but we're in between Caminos right now. We're in that weird limbo. Hey, this is this is the lost language of pilgrimage right here, okay? Let me explain to you what these ideograms mean if you can't figure it out. To take a left is wrong. Take a right is right. So, you know, X's and arrows. Sounds like a pop song. You know, and I said earlier in this series, like, you know, early pilgrims in the medieval ages didn't have arrows to rely on. I bet they did, though. And I mean, I think I even speculated there that they probably had something, but arrows have been with us forever. Although you don't see ancient men using them. I guess the arrow had to be invented first. And as a weapon of war or hunting. Right? And then maybe it became, well, then obviously it became directional. Is this a bar? Is it open? Probably not. It is Sunday. Keep forgetting. Every time I like take a rest day or head into a big town, and this happened on the Frances a lot too, it was always the weekend. And I don't know what it is. I think I start typically in the middle of the week. I try to with my Caminos, just to evade the crowds. And but however that works out, I always end up in these big towns on a Sunday at some point. Or one of my rest days is like starts or ends on Sunday. Granted, one thing I am noticing though on the Norte is more places are open on Sunday up here. I don't know why, but like even the museum or the church, obviously. I'm trying to think what it was. It was something I was looking at on Atlas Obscura. Atlas Obscura. I highly recommend that site if you're not familiar with it. Whenever you travel, anywhere, type in Atlas Obscura and the place you're going to. Or you could probably go to Atlas Obscura, and there's probably a search feature there, and you type that in too. I'm sure there is, actually. And it'll give you all the strange and weird and unique, I'd say, things to do in that area. I don't like to do the typical tourist stuff, hence me doing a pilgrimage. But there's always some fun stuff that pops up on there. And yeah, I ran Oviedo through it yesterday. So I have a few spots I want to hit up. Anyways, what my point of this being is that I noticed that a lot of the places were open today, regular time. So that's interesting. I wouldn't expect it to be. Look at this. I just want to, like, I don't know, run from an evil clown underneath that or something. Look at that. That's like, that's
Buen Camino.
something needs to be filmed here. You know, kids were playing games running around these poles back in the day. This is so festive. And then there's the mystery box. It's always a mystery box. Acedo, Diepso. Acedo gets around. Whoever that tag is, that's actually a phrase, but there's someone tagging Acedo also. There's a few of these graffiti artists that have been along the way, and it makes me wonder, do they just throw their paint in a backpack and get on the Camino?
Michael Jackson.
Because, yeah, a lot of these spaces that they're in run parallel to the Camino. And the swastikas, you keep getting a mix of swastikas, like they got it right, the right direction, or they got it the wrong direction, but the fact of the matter is they're putting up swastikas here and there too. Not these guys, some idiots. There's nothing artistic about them. But I always love it when they get it wrong. It's like, you flippin' idiots. In this day and age, in the information age. Well, folks, we made it here earlier than expected. It's 9:03. I've only been walking for about 3 hours, if that. And my cathedral is down this way, of San Salvador. This is where I'll try some real cider, I think. This is the cathedral? Guessing so. Oh, it's Sunday though. I might take a peek in though. It's massive. You kind of just want to try to fit it all in. Wow, what a crazy complex this is. No, an archaeology museum. Okay, folks, we're in the old town. I'm gonna find something to eat. My current view, and I really don't know how to feel about any of this. Yeah. I'm getting like a New York vibe from Oviedo.
And Boston.
Okay, folks, I gotta find my room. And I totally found an old friend from the comic strips, Mafalda. She is very popular in Spain, obviously, but very popular in Central South America. And this woman's sitting with her. Mafalda. I couldn't find like 1 second alone with that thing. Everyone's constantly taking a picture with her. So, including myself. Observe. No shame. But, yeah, an old friend.
Espérate, fuimos dos perros, que eres un perro, si lo veo. Oletto. No, estos son tickets.
Hello, sí, somos los hay. Sí, va a llorar. Sí, hola.
Hola, chico. Yeah, this is a cool park. It's like a baby Central Park. Oh, and there's a, looks like, I don't know. There's a fable in this. It's the Emperor's New Clothes. Oh no, it's Neptune, I think. Yeah, I'm guessing he was holding a trident at one time. And I'm not talking about the chewing cow. Am I? Well, folks, I have time to kill and it's a Sunday and there's nothing open, so I might have to traipse around the park a little more. Or gorge myself. Turns out Decathlon's not open on Sundays, so there goes that dream. But there's probably another outdoor store that I can find. In fact, I should look for it now. Look at the architecture. This is pretty epic. This is where I would film a gothic horror. I'd get photo with this. Well, I just visited the archaeological museum here in Oviedo, and it's pretty awesome. It's also free, FYI. They give you a guided tour book in English. And yeah, you can really kill some time in there and see some really epic stuff. It kind of opens your eyes up for what to look for as you're walking over the landscape, because a lot of that stuff looks really familiar. I'm pretty sure these fragments I recognize, especially when it comes to like pottery chips and stuff like that. Some of them easily are medieval, maybe older. So yeah, it's a cool stop to check out when you're in Oviedo. I'll get out there and make me proud. So it happened again. I accidentally stumbled into this Indian restaurant. I was coming out of that store and I stood at this table to like fix something on my backpack, long story. And I look up and I'm at an Indian restaurant. So, while I'm killing time, they found me. Okay, you've heard of the wine fountain on the Frances, but no one told you about the Powerade fountain of Oviedo. That's right, folks. If you're a fan of Powerade like I am, bring your empty bottles here. Look at that. Delicious. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Also, I don't know how they do it, but they must change the date every day on the park over there. Can you see it? June 23rd, 2024, Oviedo. That's today's date. So far, I am extremely impressed with Oviedo. And I hope you are too, folks. I hope you are too.
Now to get back to my hotel. Thanks for tuning in again, folks, to another episode of The Misadventures of a Shell Toucher. And I hope to see you next weekend for episode... Will it be 20 already? Oh my god, 20. And our first day on the Primitivo. Sure to be epic. Be sure to tune in. And, as always...
Buen Camino.